Hey all you petrol heads, this is RealScope82 and DT Sport is back on the menu, boys! And while the first couple of minutes here will be filled with tragic moments where the game fails me, like it did right here, the other Dane just tapped my rear end. You'll see it from a better angle here. Just tapped my rear end. Not to my fault, but he goes off track and I get 3-second penalty. Ruined race right there. But I also ruined it for myself, and my opponents ruined it for me. But when we're done with that, we're gonna get to the fact that this combination of car and track for a daily race has without a doubt been my best. Look at that. I was foaming because I was sure that the guy behind me has actually hit me, and that was why I crashed. But look at the footage here. He actually didn't come anywhere near me. I tapped the freaking inner curb, and by default, you go out. I actually tried to win my way back into this race, but this time I tapped him because he was going so slow out of that first corner, and my car just does an unnatural bounce towards the left side. So weird. Next race here, we're in third, coming up towards the hairpin, and I see an opening, so of course I'm going for it because guy in second is going super wide. And look at that, just a slight tap, and again the game thinks that the natural thing to do would be to spin it all the way around, even though I had nowhere near full speed or anything. It was such a freak accident. But now we are on to where it gets good, because now we start to see the potential in our big ass Lambo. And of course, the best livery to win a race in, the Cockyo. So let's explore how the Lambo, the Cockyo, and Sardinia Road Track C made this my best daily race ever. And before moving on to the Lambo, I had already had some races in the McLaren F1 TTR and the Skyline. And I had a couple of wins already under my belt, but I felt like I could do more. So I switched to this big ass beast. And after first corner, second lap, the Italian in front does a huge mistake and decides to do something about all that gravel. But that sadly meant for him that I now had a huge lead, which none of them were able to catch up because I had a good pace throughout this week. So when I wasn't disturbed or hit or, well, fucked it up myself, I could actually do a very decent race pace, which meant that that race never got close. Next one here, start in pole, and you know what that means? You usually get punted out of the universe in first corner, but lucky for me, that doesn't happen. The Mercedes there were a bit out of control, and they're fighting way too much, which is something you should try to avoid, really, because you rarely gain anything from it. Maybe a spot or two, but the guys in front will almost always get further ahead because people drive in defensive lines and just there's too much muscling around and there's no need for it. But that also meant that this race was basically over after first corner because they never really got close. So second win for the Cockyo. Now let's go for that hat trick in the Huracan, because after the first two wins, it was sizzling hot. Up in first though, we have a very patriotic Frenchman who decided to bring out his Porsche VGT, which apparently is a pretty fast car. I was really having to spank my Lambo in order to just keep up with him, and it's very important to not lose the slipstream. And here we are coming up towards the last corner here on Sardinia Road Track C, and we are very close. Come around the corner, a bit slowish but steady, and we are tucked in to the slipstream. And now as we're blasting down to turn 1, this is going to be the place where I divide some of you guys, because Was it okay or was it a douchey move? Because I see an opening, I go for it. There is room for it, but then he decides to shut the door on me, and he hits my rear right tire and he spins out. I would maintain that I had the spot, and had he not turned in that sharp to close the door mid corner, there would have been room for both of us. But sadly, not for him. And we are now in first, and the German who started in fourth is now up into second. And for those of you who thinks that was a douchey move, just wait. Just wait, cause karma is incoming. And now I'm really feeling the pressure from the German behind. Cause SKN here, he has really found the pace in that Supra. And I am trying to zigzag a bit down the straight just to break his slipstream and all the way down to the braking zone, shutting the corner off. Just as the Peugeot should have done before if he wanted to take that narrow line. But here we go. We are still in first. But the German is not far behind. And as we are coming up towards this last corner, karma is incoming. He's gaining a bit. He's clearly got a better exit speed on the S-bands, and he just taps me, and I go wide, which opens up the first place for him. So karma boomerang received. But hey, it does not stop there, because I was not about to let him have that victory. Even though he was a fairly decent driver, this German dude, so we kept on his heels and was confident that if I could just get back into the slipstream down the straight, then I would still have the opportunity. But coming out on last corner, we actually get a way better exit than he does. So we're back in the lead. And what do? We shut the corner off, so he has no chance of diving in. And during this lap, we actually had some of the luck that were escaping us so much early in the week. Because the German is right on our tailpipe, basically, through the most of this lap. And look at that. We actually tap the barrier, and we don't get a penalty for it. I think that was pretty lucky, because that would just been my own fault and no one else's. And here you see the German guy here. He is really taking a good line through the last corner and gets a good exit speed, which means he is again right on my tail. Coming down towards the first corner, all the other times I've really shut the door in his face. This time I'm gonna leave it a bit open, and I brake a bit too early also, but he overdoes it and ends in the gravel, which meant that now I had a free roam towards the finish line. We had a good battle, me and SKN 227, but I came away with the win and the hat trick in the Huracan Kokyo edition. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to hit that like button and maybe even subscribe for more Gran Turismo action.